Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks so much for joining me. I have got something very special for you today. Today I have the brand new G-Shock CasiOak with solar and Bluetooth. Guys, we've been waiting for this thing a long time, or at least a couple years anyway. Everybody's been hoping that the CasiOak will go solar and Bluetooth, and they have done it. This is model number GAB2100C-9A. Again, we've been waiting for this for at least 3 years. I'm super excited. Let's check it out. All right, guys, you know my spiel. If you want to check out any of the other watches I've reviewed on my channel, make sure you check out my Amazon shopping channel. I do get a very small commission if you buy from my Amazon store, so I definitely appreciate it. So this is your typical G-Shock packaging. Y'all seen this a million times. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. This just came today. I was super excited. Now, the weird thing about these watches is I love these watches, absolutely love the CasiOak series, but they don't fit me. They're like, I don't know, like a ½ inch too small in the strap. But man, I love these watches, even though they don't fit me. I've got the gray one. I probably need to sell that one at some point. I just, you know, I've maybe worn it like once, and then again, it's just too small. But man, I love the way they look. I love the feature set. You know, I love the colors. I love the design. I love the thinness, being the thinnest G-Shock. I just think they're fantastic watches. They're just too dang small for me, man. So if anybody's interested in buying the gray version, I'll put that model number right down there for you. If you want to buy that, hit me up, maverikwatchreviews@gmail.com. Hit me up and we can talk some business. And before I even get into the review, I'm selling this one as well. This is sold out on G-Shock's website. This particular colorway, the bright yellow. These colorways are like a throwback to some of the very first G-Shocks, the G-Shock colors you could get back in the day. And I guess they're charging like an extra 10 bucks just for this yellow colorway. I'm not quite sure why. I guess because they can. But yeah, so this one, this particular colorway is sold out on G-Shock. And again, it's just too small for me. So again, contact me at maverikwatchreviews@gmail.com and we can talk some business if you want to buy this one. Man, I love this watch, but gosh, I hate the fact that it's just too small for me. Anyway, so there is the watch. Here is all the paperwork, manuals. You have your actual warranty card. You've got your warranty booklet in there as well. You got your actual manual, your module number. I'm sure there's like an FCC statement here because it's got Bluetooth. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Let me see where it is. Probably in there somewhere. Let me see. All the stuff. What is this? What do you do if your watch stops? What do you do if your watch stops or does not operate normally? Here is the FCC little pamphlet because it's got Bluetooth. There you go. So y'all have seen all this stuff before, man. Nothing really exciting. Let's take the watch off its little foam insert here. God, I love this colorway, man. Absolutely love this colorway. It also came with this little tag that goes on the upper part of the strap here that basically says Tough Solar and Bluetooth. So it came with that little tag as well. All right, let me get all this stuff out of the way. Okay, yada, yada, yada. All right, there's your first real look at the watch. Fantastic. And again, guys, this is basically the same watch as the regular 2100. It's just got Bluetooth and solar. So the basic measurements, let me go ahead, I'll go over the basic measurements and I'll tell you kind of dimensionally what has changed with the watch. It's got the same case. It's a 45.4 millimeter carbon and resin case. Thickness is up only by, I guess, what, 1/10 of a millimeter at 11.9. The lug to lug is the same at 48.5. It comes on these proprietary straps. These are actually 16 millimeters, but these are proprietary straps. These are resin straps. Again, 200 meters water resistant, which is 660 feet. You get the 5689 solar movement inside with about a 7-month power reserve. Again, mineral crystal. And I'll put all the rest of those specs down there in the description field for you. And another thing, it only weighs 1 gram more. I think it's at 52 grams. Yeah. The regular GA2100 only weighed 51 grams. and this only weighs 52 grams. So they added solar and Bluetooth functionality for just another gram, and I guess, about a tenth of a millimeter thicker than the normal version, which is at 11.8, and this is 11.9. So you get a lot more functionality. Of course, you're getting the added ease of solar power. You don't have to worry about battery changes, cracking open the case, any of that stuff. All the functionality, guys, is the same. You get your 5 alarms, your countdown timer, your world time. You got an energy save feature, auto calendar. So I think the year 2099. Because this is Bluetooth, you get a phone finder function. You can do everything on the phone, link it with the watch. I'm not a big Bluetooth guy. Some of y'all, live by it and love it. I just don't, it's just not, I wouldn't say it's gimmicky. It does have some functionality and some usefulness, but just for me, I'd rather just do everything on the watch and do it that way. But with the Bluetooth function, you can also make sure this thing is always kept up to the correct time. So it'll sync with your watch. Of course, your watch syncs with different servers, and then through your phone system, through the internet, and then basically whatever server that your phone is on, that'll send that time to your watch as well. So we all know that the internet time is basically the correct time. This will always have the correct time, and it'll update multiple times a day through your phone to get that correct time. So pretty cool, man. Again, I don't really use it, but some people absolutely love it. But anything you can do on the watch, everything you need to change, you can do on the watch itself, or you can actually do on the app. So, again, it's up to you. I'm not a big fan of Bluetooth. I just don't really, I just don't use it. But anyway, so again, all the basic functionality of the watch is the same. You got your mode button down here. This will go through your different modes. Your mode window will show you kind of what's going on. Right there, you go through the different modes. Like there's your stopwatch, there's your timer, there's your alarms. It's got 1 of 5 alarms. If you go down here, I believe you can cycle through the alarms. Yeah, there's your alarm 2, and then alarm 3, 4, and 5. There you go. You click your adjust button. It'll turn the alarms on or off. Get out of the alarm mode. Now there's your date. Here's your world time, UTC, stopwatch again. And you basically just cycle through the modes. Now what you can do is at the bottom of the display, make sure you can see that. Right now it's showing Sunday. I think the time is obviously off. Today is actually Saturday. Well, by the time you see this, it's going to be Sunday. So I'm recording this as you're watching it yesterday. Anyway, so you can have the display say the day of the week. You can have the display say the time. So if you didn't want to use just the analog hands, you can actually see the digital time down there as well. And then, of course, you can also display the date right there. So here's your light function, and I'll showcase this here a lot better in a few minutes. Super bright double LED. Not only does it illuminate the whole dial, it also backlights that LCD panel. So really, really good light. The hands have got Neobrite on them. The indexes don't have anything on them, but the hands have Neobrite, which is actually, it's not bad. I mean, obviously it's nowhere near, Seiko's Lumebrite, but I mean, it's pretty decent. It's better than I thought it would be. And again, you got your 4 pushers. It's a fantastic, I think this might be almost like the perfect watch. So far as functionality, looks, ruggedness, I just love these watches. I've always loved these watches, but dang it, they're just too dang small for me. All right, so let me see. So let's go to the start. Let's see what start displays. Start doesn't display anything. Of course, you can have a time signal, hourly chime. It can show your battery level, your solar battery level. But the only thing I will say about this is obviously the font and the writing is just a little bit small, and that's just for me. That's because my old ass eyes have to kind of strain to see some of these small fonts. But so far as the actual legibility of the hands, fantastic. I like a positive LCD display. G-Shock, and y'all know this, in the past few years, man, they have gone nuts with all the negative display watches. I don't understand what PR guy or research guy at G-Shock said, you know what, let's do negative displays in a ton of our watches. They're not that legible. I mean, they have a few that are great, but the majority of them, they're hard to read. I don't understand the negative LCD display. I just don't get it. Anyway, it's been a craze for at least, 4 or 5 years. I'm hoping they eventually get out of it because they're just so much, so much more easy to read when it's just a regular positive display. So anyway, so there is the watch. Obviously, you got your buttons. It would have been cool if they had knurled these buttons, add a little bit of grip to them when you're pushing them. Got that bright white, like lifeguard yellow resin case and strap. You got nice black accents. I think that's cool. I like the fact they use black, like an alternating color instead of like yellow for the strap keeper and for the buckle. That's cool. Let's go open it up. If you look at the strap, the back of the strap has these little like ridges and notches. That allows for airflow, and it allows the keeper right here to kind of click into place. So whenever you want to go to a different notch, it'll kind of click into place because the keeper has these like little channels on the back side of the keeper. So it makes for a nice secure fit. It's pretty supple, pretty soft. Then there is your case back. Of course, you see, carbon core guard. You got tough solar at the top. It tells you everything you need to know about the watch. Really cool, man. You got your little FCC warning on there. Of course, it's a screw-in case back. There are your quick-release straps. These quick-release straps are 16 millimeters, just to let you know. And, of course, you can go on Casio's website and get different colors if you want. But the actual dimensions of the lugs are 16 millimeters. And, obviously, they're really meant to, use just the Casio proprietary straps. Of course, you can't go into a place like J's and K's. They have these, like, little, you can alter the strap. They're like strap adapters. They sell those strap adapters for, gosh, tons of different watches and models. So if you want to kind of mix up the look of this and get a different strap, head on over to J's and K's, and they will hook you up. Really, really, nice guys over there. Got a, good selection of stuff too. So there is your watch, man. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let me show you the hang tag here. Again, they're charging an extra $10 for this, man. So if you got an extra Alexander Hamilton on your hands, you want to get this yellow colorway. Again, this is an homage to the very first G-Shocks and some of the colors they offered back then. So I guess G-Shock knows they can get an extra $10 for this thing. So, hey, capitalism, right? Here is the keeper right there. It's obviously movable. What else? Now, if you have a very small wrist, one thing I will tell you, if you have a very small wrist and you kind of have to flex the strap to wrap around your small wrist, you're going to see this little gap right here. Not a huge deal, but again, if you have a bigger wrist, obviously that gap is going to kind of disappear as it's wrapping around your wrist. But if you got a smaller wrist, you're going to see that gap. Not a big deal, just a little something I wanted to point out to y'all, and it does it on both sides. But again, not a big deal. There, again, there are the sides right there with the pushers. The dial, I love the dial, man. I love the nice big yellow mode hand over there at 9 o'clock. Again, the LCD display is crystal clear. Limited text. You got G-Shock and Casio. You've got tough solar and Bluetooth. And that's really all the text you have on the watch. And again, of course, you get all that functionality that the regular GA2100 has. Again, just with the addition of solar and Bluetooth, man. So guys, man, I love this watch. I absolutely love this watch. Again, I wish it wasn't too small for me. And I'm just not a big fan of Bluetooth. I just don't use it, but I do like the solar power. And the fact that they only increased the thickness of the watch by about 1/10 of a millimeter is really, really, really cool. All right, so I'm not going to try it on, but I am going to give you a Lume shot. Let me show you here what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and check out the Neobrite. All right, I mean, I can wear this, but it's literally at the last hole on the strap. It's just not comfortable to wear it like that. So there's your Neobrite. Not bad. I mean, it'll last for a little while. But here is your dual illuminator right there. Look at that. Fantastic. Of course, you can have 1.5 seconds or 3 seconds. Really, really cool. Fantastic. God, that thing is bright. I mean, it really does illuminate the whole face, and it illuminates the LCD underneath. Now, if you need to get the hands out of the way, let me cut everything back on here real quick. If you need to view the LCD segment and those hands are in the way, you have a hand shift feature. You press light, and I think you press mode. There you go. And now the hands are moving out of the way so I can see that LCD display. Pretty cool. Now you press any other button, the hands go back to regular. Now also depending on what the time is, that determines where the hands move. They're going to move over here at like past 7 o'clock, or they'll move over there to about 2 o'clock. So press another button, hands go back. And I think it's what, about quarter to 3 today. So the hands are going to go back, and it actually blinks hands, the little hand function down there, the little hand indicator. It'll tell you that's what's going on. So let's do it again, light, and then mode. And there go the hands. I just want to show you that real quick. Pretty cool. There you go. So guys, that's really been about it for this one. Again, they're on G-Shock's site for 160 bucks, but again, you know, they're currently sold out. I am going to go ahead and sell this one. I haven't even worn it. I think I tried it on one time. If you are interested in buying it from me, head on over to maverikwatchreviews@gmail.com, and we can maybe talk some business. Obviously, you know, the first one to let me know, in the first one that after we agree on a price, first one to let me know will be the the person I'm going to deal with. So just let me know. Don't try to, if you are going to offer me, if you do want to do business, guys, don't offer me some ridiculous price. Like, I'll give you $100. Don't do that. Just let's be reasonable. So anyway, I'll make sure to put a link in the description field for it over at G-Shock's website, down there in the description field. And guys, as always, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell. And I've got a couple really, really cool watches coming up in the next couple weeks. So make sure you stay tuned. I think you're going to absolutely love this next watch that I'm about to review. I've been waiting for this thing forever. So anyway, super excited. And with that being said, guys, thanks again. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.